Adaptive Smart Apps. Let's get personal. Hello, I'm Guy Sihi of Lexica R&D in Tokyo, Japan. Today my talk is about how adaptive smart apps, like our WordEngine web app, are personalizing the learning experience and making it much more enjoyable. First, a little background information to help us get on the same page. This is a list of what I consider to be the most significant technological advances in the science of human knowledge acquisition. See if you think I missed any. 3200 BC, writing. 1234, printing press. 1575, typewriter. 1885, spaced repetition protocol. 1905, adaptive testing. 1930, item frequency analysis. 1980, personal computer. 1989, free World Wide Web. 1994, free search engines. 2005, free social media. 2007, smartphones. 2008, item difficulty analysis. And 2012, free online meeting software. All of these amazing innovations increase the speed and scope of human learning, and yet not one of them changed the way the human brain learns knowledge. What they did was change the way knowledge is organized for learning. Humanity has steadily improved its ability to learn by better organizing the information for learning. If you search online for faster ways of learning, you'll find speed reading, mnemonic hacks, concentration techniques, and even nutraceutical advice. None of these have ever gone mainstream. Our brains learn the same way they always have, by exposure and associations. Adaptive smart apps are providing us with an improved approach to organizing knowledge for human acquisition. The best of these apps will do three things. First, they'll use item difficulty analysis to identify the specific knowledge each learner already knows about a subject, and then they will set that knowledge aside. There's no point studying what is already known. Second, they will organize the list of unknown items of knowledge such that the most important unknown items will be learnt first. Third, they will repeat the rehearsals of new knowledge using spaced repetition until the learner has fully memorized each item. It's simply not possible for a teacher to do these things with their students. It's too much to ask, and frankly, we're neither trained nor equipped for it. WordEngine is an example of one of these adaptive smart apps. The truth is, learning is brain work. It burns calories. And generally speaking, given the option, people choose relaxation or play over work. WordEngine is designed to minimize the amount of work required to learn new vocabulary and to make the process as intriguing and interesting as possible. WordEngine is premium software for professional applications in junior high schools, technical colleges, and universities. WordEngine costs about $16 per student. Most schools apply a grade to WordEngine study because, well, like I said, learning is work and students don't generally like to do work if they don't have to. But for now, in my remaining time here with you, I want to give you a peek behind the scenes at how our adaptive smart apps work. Hopefully this will give you an idea about how item difficulty analysis and frequency analysis are being used to determine which items of knowledge should best be taught to each individual learner. This is a list of the 16,736 words, or meanings actually, and all of these meanings together cover 99% of all English language ever written or spoken. We get these kind of lists through computational analysis of large bodies of texts. In our case, we scanned 1.5 billion words from all sources and counted the number of times each word occurred. Now, this version of the list is organized by frequency of occurrence. The most frequently occurring words are at the top left, and the least frequently occurring words are at the bottom right. Competence in the English language is attained at about 97% coverage. That's about down to here. Full mastery is attained at 99% coverage. That comes from knowing all of the 16,736 meanings. How many English words and meanings do you know? How many does each of your students know? Which specific words are known? Well, that last level of understanding eluded us all until the invention of item difficulty analysis in 2008. Today, we can plot and study all 16,736 words by two factors, frequency and difficulty. Frequency is on the horizontal axis and difficulty is on the vertical axis. This word, way over here on the left, is the most frequently occurring word in English. Can you guess what it is? If you guessed the, you guessed correctly. This one up here is frequent and somewhat difficult. Can you guess what it is? Of course not. How could you? This one is fill up, an idiomatic phrasal verb. Now, if this scatter plot was comprised of subject knowledge as opposed to lexical knowledge, rather than each dot representing a word, each dot would represent an essential term, idea, shape, concept, or formula for that particular subject. It'd be like a super glossary or an ontology of subject knowledge. But in this case, each dot here represents a word or a phrasal verb that has one specific meaning. Altogether, they cover 99% of all words ever spoken or written in the English language. What an adaptive smart app, like WordEngine, does is test the players with randomly selected words at different levels of difficulty. The level at which a player is getting about 70% of the words correct and 30% incorrect is the ideal starting level for them. After that, the app can organize the unknown words, the words that are above their ability. The app will organize them based on frequency of occurrence. What we want to do is teach the most frequently occurring unknown words first for each player. Finally, these new words will be taught with spaced repetition to minimize the time required to permanently memorize each one. Each item will repeat at increasing time intervals. First 1 day, then 3 days, then 10 days, then 30 days, etc. Any missed words go back to the start. In effect, the learner will spend less time on words they learn easily and more time on the words they have trouble learning. This type of adaptive smart app makes learning new knowledge extremely efficient. It skips over what's already perfectly known, it teaches the most important unknown items first, and it reduces the time required to memorize the new items. These same three processes can be applied to almost any type of knowledge. Well, anything that can be written or spoken. My firm has been supporting schools and teachers using our adaptive smart apps since 2010. That's when the first version of WordEngine was released. Personalization of knowledge acquisition is a great idea. It is more efficient, that's true. But the reality is, it's a bit disconcerting for teachers to have their students studying their own personal word lists at their own level of ability. I mean, after all, preparing a one-size-fits-all test is one of the easier assignments to organize for English language students. We came up with a solution for that back in 2012. The LMS lets teachers create vocabulary tests that are personalized for each student. But the answer key is the same for all of the tests to make grading easier. That was a big help. Another interesting issue we discovered is that teachers don't actually like opening yet another LMS system. We solved that by automatically sending email progress reports to the teachers once a week. That simple advancement has made a huge difference. Teachers really like it. From all of my experiences, I believe that the best adaptive smart apps are going to assist teachers and schools by helping them produce measurably higher average student learning outcomes. Research conducted at multiple universities has shown that equal time on task with our apps increases standard test scores more than double traditional study approaches. I think that's just because it's really helpful to know the words that occur frequently on these different tests. And our vocabulary courses do exactly that. If you would like a free trial program at your school, please contact me. Thank you for joining this presentation. If you have questions, put them in the chat or in the comments section below.